Bharathi, Samudaya Kavi, Subramania Bharathi, the nationalist revolutionary poet. This is the story of Subramania Bharathi.
Vande Madaram என்போம் எங்கள் மாநில தாயை வணங்குதும் என்போம் Vande Madaram என்போம் எங்கள் மாநில தாயை வணங்குதும் என்போம் Vande
Let's voice Vande Mataram. Let's bow before the motherland. This was the voice which kindled the spirit of our long struggle for independence. Yet another echo of the same voice.
அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லையே அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லையே உச்சி மீது வானிடிந்து வீழுகின்ற போதிலும் உச்சி மீது வானிடிந்து வீழுகின்ற போதிலும் அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லையே அச்சமில்லை.
This means fear not, never ever fear. Even if the sky breaks on our head, fear not, never ever fear. This instilled the spirit of struggle for freedom to free our motherland from the unspeakable suffering at the hands of the colonizers. Yes, this was the volley of iron-feasted arrows of poetry of Subramania Bharathi, who is fondly revered as Desiya Kavi, the nationalist poet. Subramania Bharathi is a revolutionary poet, Desiyavadi, writer and journalist. Bharathi had his early education in Ettayapuram, a small town in Thoothukudi district of Tamil Nadu, and in Varanasi, where he found his spiritual and nationalist thirst being catered to, and from where he found his vocation, writing poetry, serve the nation as a humble servant. Bharathi is one of the tallest literary figures in Tamil and a freedom fighter who transformed not only the Tamil poetry and journalism but also the modern Indian poetry into the new poetry, Puttu Kavitai, the modern blank verse. Bharathi lived for only 39 years but is reigning the national spirit and modern poetry as an instrument of social change. He wrote in many newspapers and journals which include The Hindu, Balabharata, Vijaya, Chakravardhini and Swadesh Mitran and India. Bharathi was a polyglot and spoke more than 25 languages and was well versed in Sanskrit. Bharathi gave sleepless nights to the British by his writings and support to the freedom fighters like V.O. Chidambaram Pillai and Subramanya Shiva. He would escape to the French-ruled Pondicherry when the British attempted to arrest him. His poetry upholds the emancipation of women and their rights and the oppressed class. He writes in his Papa Pattu, Song of the Little Girl Against Caste,
ஜாதிகள் இல்லையடி பாப்பா ஜாதிகள் இல்லையடி பாப்பா குல தட்டி உயர்த்தி சொல்லல் பாவம் பாப்பா ஜாதிகள் இல்லையடி பாப்பா.
This means there is no caste. Let's not discriminate people as upper or lower. Bharathi attended the All India Congress session held in Banaras and at Calcutta and wrote in praise of the freedom movement led by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Dadabhai Nauroji and later by Gandhiji. The lucid romantic poetry, Koil Pattu, Song of the Koil, Draupadi Sabhadam, Vow of Draupadi,
Kannan Pattu,
Song of Kannan, Krishna, hundreds of patriotic songs and songs against social evils, unfounded beliefs and superstitions were his celebrated works. He also translated Vedic hymns, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra and Bhagavad Gita into Tamil. Bharathi celebrated the independence of India decades before 1947. He wrote,
ஆடுவோமே பள்ளி பாடுவோமே ஆனந்த சுதந்திரம் அடைந்து விட்டோம்
this means Let's dance and sing that we have won of much longed freedom. Sensing his arrest by the British, Bharati escaped to Pondicherry. From there, he edited and published many journals and newspapers. During his stay in Pondicherry, Bharati had the acquaintance of leaders like Aurobindo, Lajpat Rai, and VVS Iyer, who had also sought asylum under the French. Bharati worked with Sri Aurobindo in the Arya Journal and later Karma Yogi in Pondicherry. Bharati was arrested and imprisoned in Cuddalore Central Prison for 3 weeks in November 1918 when he entered India near Cuddalore. Mahatma Gandhi was enthused by Bharati's speech and actions when he had met the Mahatma and had a long dialogue with him. This great son of India and the perpetual song of India, Subramania Bharathi, was stricken by the Mylapore temple elephant who he was feeding every day. His already ailing health deteriorated, and the revolutionary poet and the revolutionary spirit passed away unsung on the 11th of September 1921. Bharati longed for an India as a Bharataya Samudayam, Bharati community, not simply a country of political arrangement, a country which stands tall and distinct as a nation. Bharati sang,
Bharata Samudayam Vargave, Varga Varga Bharata Samudayam Vargave.
Long live the Bharataya community.